No, I lost you, Dhruv. Can you do it again now?
Yes, please. So the question is, can you talk about negotiation skills on how to in conflict of interest?
So that is what negotiation is. Conflict of interest comes, is the prerequisite for negotiation, no? So the same question was asked to Gurudev, and Gurudev says that, when you're connected to deep within yourself, to that silent space, then solutions come up. You cannot say going right is the only way or going left is the only way. It comes spontaneously from somewhere deep within you. Okay, so there's no fixed formula. Only when you do this, then things will happen. So he says, you being in meditation, that peace and calmness, and being in that high energy, that connects you to the solution. People find solace with you. They mentally feel relaxed, and then they start seeing the logic. When emotionally people are disturbed, then no logic appeals to them, isn't it? First, you need to be calm and composed, and in your presence, people should need to feel that trust and well-being, and only then things happen. Okay, so that is how it happens. That is, it can be only as simple or difficult as what I have said, nothing more. Okay.
The next question: how to make balanced decisions? Should we deal with decisions emotionally or practically? Very close to this question.
It doesn't matter. We addressed the same question in different way earlier. So you just make a decision, you take a decision, and see things work out good. If they don't work out, be ready to change. Make modifications to what you want to do, and if you want to discard the decision totally, if nothing seems to work, drop that also. That is the practical way of being, making decisions. That be ready to change. Not every decision is perfect at the onset. Okay, we need to be ready for change from time to time.
The next question: how does meditation affect immunity?
Immunity. See, what happens is when the mind relaxes, the body also starts relaxing, and when the body starts relaxing, it starts throwing out all the toxins from every cell. So the more the body detoxifies, it's natural that you become more and more immune, isn't it? So it's a very logical step. You will observe the day, the time when you start relaxing, over a period of time, the body also feels more and more happy and healthy. You're able to take more stress. So meditation is that simplest way to relax. Okay.
But I think about yoga. The question is,
Dhruv, you're cracking again. Can you repeat?
yeah, Bhaiya, I have a question from Germany, and I think it's about yoga. It's asking, do you collect?
No, the last part I missed out again.
Oh, it says, do you collect anything? That's the question.
No, the question is from Germany. It is about yoga, and then what is the middle?
The question is, do you collect anything?
Collect what?
I don't know. I think it's accumulation, like in yoga. That's what.
Yeah, you collect good vibrations, and you collect positivity, and you collect confidence. You collect all the good things in life in yoga, if that is the question. Okay.
Very next question. Why do people get into bad habits of abuse how to protect our young ones from getting into such trouble?
See, you know, the the beginning happens in the first few years. You know, that is the confidence you instill in your child. That is your upbringing, you know, a sense of what is right, what is wrong, a sense of connection with your children. You know, that goes a long way for the children to make good and proper choices. Okay, nowadays what has happened is parents give in to children's demands very easily. So they feel that in my childhood I did not get certain things certain ways, so I need to take care of the child. And now there are so many rules and laws also all over the world. You cannot, you know, discipline your child beyond a particular thing, but within that also you can still discipline your child. You have to instill that sense of right and wrong right at the formative states, so that when they start moving towards a life of choice, they are already very clear what is right for them and what is not right for them. Okay, so you cannot, you know, allow the child to throw tantrums and give into their tantrums and then expect that child will make right decisions at the end or little later in life. Okay, so there are so many children, you know, for me as an example, I never touched cigarettes, I never touched alcohol in my life. Why? Because that sense of right and wrong was very clear. You know, I was staying in a IIT in a hostel. Except for two or three of us, all the others would take alcohol occasionally, once a month or twice a month. But those two, three of us, we never touched alcohol. Why? People would make fun of us. What? You don't take alcohol, you don't do this, you don't do that. When are you going to do all this? All that peer pressure was there, but we withstood that peer pressure. Why? Because that sense of right and wrong was instilled much earlier in life. So it might appear to be difficult. The children will rebel, but that is what our skills as a parent come up. No, how we take them along, how we instill that sense of discipline. So that is what upbringing does. Okay.
Like, and last question,
Yeah. Last question. I was also going to tell you the same.
where the question is, did you ever struggle with your sadhana or your spiritual practice? Was it ever challenging for you?
Yeah, on and off it comes. Sometimes you're able to do sadhana, sometimes you're not able to do sadhana, sometimes there is so much seva to be done, and because of that, sadhana cannot be done. So, I will share a guru story. You know, when I started living in the ashram, 1997, the ashram had very basic facilities, and when courses would happen, we would we would be awake till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and then wake up again 5 o'clock in the morning. So 2-3 hours we would be able to sleep, and there was no way we could find time to do sadhana because even our sleep was going away to take care of people and taking care of whatever needs to be done for the ashram and for all those people who are coming in the ashram. We had an ashramite meeting with Gurudev, and we said, Gurudev, in spite of our best efforts, we are not able to do our sadhana. So Gurudev says, yeah, such occasions may come, and when occasionally such occasions come, you just tell yourself that I am nobody and I require nothing. So these two statements will become your sadhana at that moment of time. So sometimes, in spite of your best efforts, it is very difficult to find time. So that time, I am nobody and I don't require anything. I don't even require sadhana. Okay. So drop that. That becomes sadhana. So it can happen to us also. In spite of our best efforts, our work is so much. We are not able to find time to eat. We are not finding time to sleep. Somehow we are making things happen. So those 1 or 2 days, few days, it does not last long. 1 or 2 days at the most. After that, you find time to sleep. So at that time you start doing your sadhana. Once or twice, if you miss 1 or 2 days, it's okay. Okay, so this happens. That is what life is. Okay, so would you like to share anything else, Dhruv?
So much. I mean, thank you for coming despite the electricity and all the challenges.
Hmm.
Hope everyone has.
Hmm. Good, good, very good, Dhruv. And it was wonderful having all of you for this session. Hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any questions for the next session, you can send those questions to Dhruv. Dhruv will share his credentials on the. His credentials are already there on the Instagram as he's chatting with me, and you can send your questions to him. We look forward to the next episode of Keeping It Simple. If you have any suggestions or any questions, please share it with us. Until the next episode, goodbye from all of us. Have a wonderful week ahead and enjoy yourself. Be happy. Good night and take care. All the best. And good day to some of us who are from Germany and other parts of the world. Okay. So, no matter which part of the world, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, something will work for you. So, enjoy yourself and take care. Bye bye. Jai Gurudev.